Meaning means we got Clayton. Cole went to the doctor. Jonathan's sick. Hillary had to go to Bachelor to pick up medicine. Terry had to go check on her grandpa. So when you just got five students, that happens sometimes. But anyway, we got one. Now, I gave you all a book last week. I should have gave Terry one while she was here, but it was the little 1040 booklet. Now, it went over a few credits, but not as many as I wanted. Now, it will also have a Social Security, hopefully a worksheet in it. All right. I want us to look at a couple other credits in this book. Then we'll start. Hopefully, you have read chapter 14. Uh, we're going to look at a couple of things. Earned income credit is in chapter 14. And this is a biggie. It will be a biggie on Wednesday nights. Well, I have no idea what's going on here. Uh, it's my huh? It's too light, isn't it? Let's see if I can find out. This one says resolutions. Okay, that was resolutions. Whoa, let's see what this does. Whoa, that got out of hand, didn't it? I don't know how it got on focus. But anyway, earned income credit is what we want to look at. And I'm going to zoom this just a little bit, Clayton. And you've got the book too. I'll tell you what page it's on in a minute. I'm going to zoom it just a little. All right. Clayton, it's on page 45 of this little 1040 booklet that I handed out. All right. What is the earned income credit? The earned income credit is a negative income tax. It will give you back money if you didn't pay money in. It is refundable. If you owed IRS $500 and your earned income credit was $2,500, it would pay your $500 and give you $2,000. It's refundable. So that's one thing. What is it? All right, it's for people who work. You cannot get it on Social Security. You cannot get it on dividends and interest. You get it on wages. To take the EIC, follow the steps below and complete the worksheet. So we're going to look at step one for all filers at the bottom of the page, left-hand corner. 3 or more children live with you is the amount on form 1040 line 7 less than 49,000. If married filing jointly, 54. 2 children live with you, 45 and 51. 1 child live with you, 40 and 46. No children live with you, 15 or 20. So what's that saying? You can get earned income credit even if you don't have children. If you got 3 children, you can make up to 54,000, still get earned income credit. So 54,000 must be almost poverty stricken if you got 3 children. Poverty area. Now looking at the right-hand side, look at the question. Do you and your spouse, if filing jointly, have a Social Security number issued, blah, blah. You should have yes there. Continue. 3, is your filing status married, filing separate? If it's yes, you can't take the credit. So look at step 3. That's important. You are to advise your clients. If you want to earn income credit, you cannot be married, filing separate. You can be married, filing single by yourself, or you can be head of household if you got children. Well, you can't be filing separate. Are you filing Form 2555 relating to foreign earned income credit? Probably no. So continue. 5. Were you or your spouse a non-resident alien? Probably no. So continue. Investment income. Add the amount from line 1040, 2A, 2B, 3B. That's probably interest and dividends. Is your investment income more than $3,500? Let's say no. Then you can skip question 3. 4. Do any of the following apply for 2018? You are filing Schedule E. That's rental property. We continue on the next page. All right. Your reported income from the rental? Probably no. Go to step 5. Then who is a qualifying child? Earned income credit. Son, daughter, stepchild, foster child, descendant, and so on, your grandchild. Under what age, Clayton, on step 3?
19.
Under 19. It's got to be your child under 19, stepchild, and so on. Under age 24, if what?
A student and younger than your spouse.
All right, any age. Permanently.
Totally disabled.
All right, any age, if you're permanently totally disabled, you get child care credit. Under 24, if they're a student. Under 19, if they're after under 19, they're probably in high school. Probably a student. All right, and anyway, who isn't filing a joint return 2018 or filing a joint return only to claim a refund? And who live with you in the United States for more than half the year? Away at a dorm counts. All right, so you can read that about child, who qualifies. Number 1, are you claiming at least one child who meets the requirements? Yes. Are you filing a joint return? Yes. 3, could you be a qualifying child of another? No. Follows without qualifying children. That's single. Is the amount less than? Yes. Or you or your spouse, if filing joint return at least 25 but under age 65. Was your main home and your spouse is if filing joint return in the United States. So you can qualify usually. So Clayton, if you were working, you could get earned income credit. Well, you have to be what age though? If you're single, if you don't have children. 24. You have to be 24, Clayton. Now, earned income. Now, how to figure the credit. We'll let the computer do that. However, there is a worksheet you could use if you were doing this manually. Okay, Clayton, turn to page 53. Now, you all can see the heading of this form is Earned Income Credit Table. Now, there's a way to calculate this manual, but we don't want to do it manual. We want to do it by the table. So, Clayton, let's say a person had 17,000 even of earned income. What is the earned income credit for one child? Turn over to page 55. One child, what's the earned income credit?
3,461.
But what if you had 3 children?
6,431.
All right, that's a pretty good check, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let's see how big that check can get. I want you, Clayton, to go down through here Okay, at the level I gave you, can get 300 and what for one child?
At 17,000,
Yeah, 340 what?
6,431. Oh, for one child, 3,461.
Now go on down. Does it get any higher than 61?
Yes, but you got to go lower, like less income.
All right. It don't get any higher going down from 17, does it?
No, not going down.
It starts dropping down to 34, 46. Now going up, like you said, how much higher does it get than 61? Well, boy, it's 61 all the way up there to 15,400. So
10,000.
it's,
It goes back down at 10,100. So that might be the most.
well, there's a span in there from 10,000 to 17,000. You get 3,461. So I hit the max when I gave you 17,000. So your best point to get the most earned income credit is somewhere around 10 to 17. You can look at the table and find that. So, but that's still a good paycheck. You get child tax credit, an additional maybe credit, and you get this. Okay? So earned income credit. Now that's one thing I wanted to point out in this little book, because I don't think our tax book has the updated EIC tables in it. Now I want to look at, see if there is a Social Security tax worksheet. Social Security. I don't see it in the contents. It might be in the appendix. There's HILRIA. Here, let me give you a little 1040 booklet. We've been looking at some credits in it that goes along with chapter 14 in your textbook. Now, are you better?
Better than I was.
You were in the hospital for how many days?
Almost a week.
Wow. They find out what was wrong.
I had a real bad kidney infection and a kidney stone. Sick.
What are they doing about the kidney stone?
Just told me to drink plenty of water. Because it never passed while I was in, so. It's not the first one I've had, but it's the worst.
Well, I've had one about 3 years ago, and too big to dissolve and too big to do anything else with. So they blasted. They put a thing on you and blast you. They put you to sleep. They do some other things, which I won't mention. All right. They did that 4 times. My kidney doctor in Richlands, after the first time, said I broke it up into 6 pieces. X-ray. Second time, he said I've got it in many little pieces. And after the 4th time, he said it's dust. Oh, I was happy. He took his last X-ray and he said, I don't know what happened to my X-rays, but it hasn't changed. You still got that big stone. After torturing me for 4 months, needless to say, he said, now you got 2 choices. I can try to laser it, or I could go through your back and operate. And I had a choice to change doctors. So I went to Kingsport, Tennessee, and got a kidney doctor. And he x-rayed it. He said, it's moved, it's big. You've got a choice. Try to live with it for a while, see how it does, or I can operate through your back and take it out. Okay, that doctor retired. So, but I've enforced it. It cannot move, so it's not going to block anything. it's going to be painful. So I've been putting up with the pain in my kidney. But here in the last 6 months, it's got worse. And I've got an appointment with his substitute doctor.
Well, they think what happened with mine, where I had a kidney infection, my kidneys were swelled some, and then it got caught. So it was just in that one spot. I thought I'd die, and it was awful.
I hear that can be bad. Mine is just a dull ache, sometimes a sharp pain, which I could ignore, but I don't like to take pain medicine, so I don't take pain medicine for it. So I'll go back in March.
Mine was so bad, it was making me sick. I mean, it was bad.
The pain was making you sick.
I told them, I said, I said, I've had 4 kidney stones. I said, and I've never had one hurt me like this, not ever. And they couldn't find it. They did an ultrasound and they said they couldn't find it. So I don't know if it's just really small and they couldn't see it and it got caught or what it was, but
Wow.
it was bad.
Well, even an infection, you probably hurt across your back, probably hurt down your sides. Sure. But I know if he recommends operation, I'll wait till the summer when classes are over to have mine taken out. But people that have them and passed them, say it's worse than having a baby.
Never
A baby?
happened. Yeah.
Kidney stone or a baby, right?
Either one.
My dad's had 2 and he said that was really bad.
I don't know, probably calcium, there can be calcium, there's different kinds.
Well, they say a lot of it around here is like the water where it's so
Limestone or limestone. And then there's calcium and different buildups, I guess. But I just had that one, but when they found it, it was a big one, and I can't get rid of it unless I operate. So I'll go that route, have it taken out through the back.
My friend had one done. She said it looked bad.
She had it taken out through the back.
Yeah, she was back to work, I think, in a little over a week.
Good.
It wasn't bad at all.
Well, I'm glad you're back, Hillary, and hopefully you'll be out tomorrow night to get experience with some of these people. We had one person that was a little cocky with us, was my student, and we just got a thing from IRS. We can ban them. We could even came to the police and have them be removed, and so forth. But we put up with her, and hopefully she won't come back screaming too much.
She was at my people right now.
Yeah. I want you to look at page 32 and 3. This always comes up.
23.
32, 33. All right, Social Security is always a question anyhow. Now, here, once and for all, we're going to clear up Social Security. Now, here we just went through earned income credit, so when you get a chance, look at it in this 1040 booklet, and you look at the table. You don't have children, right? So you're married, right? If you're married, and you're over 24, you're not over 24, you can get earned income credit if your income is low enough. Okay? It's refundable credit. All right? Wow. This is blurry. It's not blurry on my screen, or is it? All right? Clayton, you're looking at these things. Is there a focus button here? That's just white balance.
Maybe the 100. No, you might have to actually.
All right. Oh, that thing. Oh, that'll focus. I think it's got a button on it too.
You just click that blue button right there.
How'd you know that?
I seen the picture. You see how that's the square with the little dot in the middle?
Yeah.
It looks like a focus picture. So I just clicked it.
How could you see that from where you're sitting?
I just walked over here and saw it.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
Yeah.
You did good. However you saw it, good. He showed that to me on there, but I forgot it being on here. It's got a focus, got some other button, and what have you. But yeah, anyway, it's focused. Okay, now you've got your book turned to this page, I hope. Okay, enter the amount from box 5 of your Social Security. Now we're going to put an amount here. Got a pencil? We're going to put an amount here. Let's say you received about $1,000 a month, let's say $13,000. Part 1. Now, Clayton, did you do any that had Social Security last week? All right, you know what box 5 is then, don't you? That's their taxable Social Security. And you'll see them too. Now, this RRB is railroad retirement, same thing. Okay. Now, multiply that 13,000 by 50%. What are you getting on line 2? 6,500. Now let's say one of your spouses working, filing a joint return, and all of your income on line 1040, interest and dividends and income, let's say this amounted up to 30,000. Okay. I've got to see something. This book don't have it. I've got to see 2A on this new form. Everybody know what it looks like? We don't. You have a return that you grade out to. So was this a mock return? What is this? There was one there, I think I traced it. See, now the 1040. Oh, there's another part to that, but here's what it looks like. Yeah, then we got the rest of the 1040 done. What page is it?
That's 88.
I believe this is it. It says form 1040. Okay, now let me show you. Now I want you to read up here 1, 2, 3, and 4. But then let's get to 2A. One is your wages. 2 is exact tax exempt interest. 3 is dividends, and 4 is IRAs and pensions. So when we get back over here, 2A was tax exempt interest. We'll say 0. 0.
Number.
Yeah. 0. Number 5, combine 2, 3, and 4, and that's still what? 36,500, right? Okay. Enter the total amount from Schedule 1, line 23 through 32, plus any write-in adjustment. You enter on the dotted line next to Schedule 1, line 36, other than any amounts All right, these look like adjustments. Do you have a schedule one there, Clayton?
I got
No, that's not a schedule one. Schedule one right here. It's adjustments. Now, enter the total amount from schedule one, line 22 to 33, and line one, line 36. Now, I want you to look at 23, 32, and 36.
23 through 30.
Oh, through educator expenses. Now, we've had those before on the old 1040. All right. And what was 20? Was it 22 and 20?
23 through 32.
Now, this one up here don't make sense. Additional income, none of that. Adjustments, none. So zero. I'll just keep this time. All right. So we're down to what on line 6? All right. What did we get to? We got down 0. Line 7 is the amount on line 6 less than the amount on line 5. What was line 6?
0. 5 or 6, 36.
All right. What would you put on line 7?
Yes. And subtracted, it would just be the same. It would be 36,500.
Back line 6, would that be 0?
Yeah.
Be 36? All right. Now, is the amount on line 6 less than the amount on line 5? If this was less than 5,
It was.
all right, it was. But what if it was no? None of your social security benefits are taxes. Okay? If it's no, that's easy. Ours was yes, right? Now, look at the limits. Not only did we take out half of the Social Security, not only did we have to take out half the Social Security, if you were married, filing jointly, enter how much?
32,000.
All right, then go down to line 9. Is the amount on line 8 less than line 7? Check, huh? All right, help me out here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your answer? Is the amount on line 8. What was 8?
32,000.
What was 7?
30,500.
So the answer was no?
Yes.
Yes. So, all right, how much is that? If the answer is yes. 4,500? 45. Now look at number 10. Enter 12,000 married filing jointly. Well, line 10, enter 12. Line 11, subtract 9 from 10. What have you got on line 11?
0.
All right. Line 12, enter the smaller of line 9 or 10. What have you got?
No. Subtract 1.
Under that, it says and smaller.
Yeah, what is the smaller of line 9 or 10? 0?
9.
9.
What?
45. 9. Says enter
All
smaller.
right, 9. How much is it then?
45,000.
When you went to 10, it's 12,000. Subtract 10 from 9.
Which is 45. Or 75.
10 from 9, I thought that'd be 0. All right, now let me back up. What is on line 9?
45,000.
All right, I'm gonna try it. It won't let me write this in, I'm sure. No, not on this thing, it won't let me.
You could just write on the paper.
Clayton, there you go.
Number 11, it does.
You're thinking today, Clayton. I'm not. All right, Line 10 is how much? 9 is how much?
45.
All right, and 10 is how much?
12,000.
Now, read that and subtract. Subtract 10 from 9, so it's going to be 0, isn't it?
12,000 minus 4,500.
But it says it's 0 or less.
10 from 9 is 0.
10 from.
Okay, Clayton, straighten me out.
Yeah, you're right.
All right.
It's perfect.
Yeah, can be. Now, what have I got? Enter smaller of 9 or 10. Huh. 11 is 0. Enter smaller of 9 or 10. So on 12, what goes?
45.
I think we're on it now. Line 13. What is half of 12? Is that $2,250?
Yeah.
14, enter smaller of 2. Line 2 or line 13. What was on line 2 or 13? That's going to be 2,250. Multiply line 11 times 85%. That's 0. Add lines 14 and 15. Multiply line 1 by 85%. What is line 1?
11,000. It's going to be 11,050. 13,000.
Is that 11,000 and what? Taxable Social Security benefits entered in small of 16 or 17. All right. Now I want you to see this picture. You're never going to be taxed on over 50% of your Social Security. And you're never going to be taxed. Some of us can be taxed at 85%. I mean, 85% of your Social Security may be taxed. But here, this person made, what, 13,000 Social Security? By the time you put in the 25 or 32,000 limit, they're only taxed on 2,200. Now, I told you my girlfriend, ex-wife, she got back pay for 4 years, 74,000. Then she got Social Security benefits for about 1,900 a month and a retirement. So bottom line, she paid 101,000, and 90 some of that was Social Security. Now, if I just put it on this form, and her being single now, she's my ex-wife, I do her taxes. She'd have had to pay on 85% of her Social Security. But since it was a lump sum distribution, they let me put some in 2014, 15, 16, 17. And she had no taxes in those years. She was made under the 25, single, 32, married college on. So then she ended up paying 0 taxes this year on $100,000. So I just remember that little loophole about lump sum distribution. And it's totally legal. She was tickled to death, took me out to dinner. I guess if you save her $7,000 or $8,000.
What did you do? Just divide it up in 4 years?
Well, I was lucky. When she got her Social Security statement that you all will see plenty of, all right, when she got this SS 1099, it actually had it broken down under it on the bottom. It had 2014, 15, 16, 17. I looked out that it already had it broke down. If I hadn't, I would have, if Social Security went up, I would have divided probably by 4. It would have been the only option. All right, but if you were doing it longhand, manual, you'd have to try this out. But you see what your computer is going through calculations when you enter in Social Security, and you enter in their age, and you enter in their income and their interest, I'll tell you, these tax programs makes us work smarter and not harder. We wouldn't have gotten 10 returns done the other night without those tax programs. You'd have had to fill these out for Social Security and Railroad retirement. So, all right. So that's a walk through Social Security. That's a walk through earned income credit. Okay. Now, I want us to get real clear on child tax credit again. So I'm going to go to your appendix and look up child and dependent care credit. 100. Wait a minute. I want page 20, 42, and 62. 20, 42, and 62. Remember those pages for me. Now, here we went through this the other day. These child tax credits are important. You get $2,000 per child. So Hillary, we've already went through that, so I'm going to ask you to run through that on your own. That's up to $2,000. Now I said 20, 40, and 62? No, 40 is not it. I remember 62, additional child tax credit. We haven't went over that one. Now, child tax credit is $2,000. Now, also in here, you have a worksheet on capital gains. We studied that back in the semester, back in the day. Now, if your qualifying child didn't have a Social Security number valid for employment issued before the due date included, you can't claim the additional child tax credit. We're not going to worry about that. Hillary, do you know? Now, Hillary, you're married, aren't you? But no children, right?
I'm pregnant though.
All right. Now, Hillary's pregnant. And when she has that baby, when will your baby get a Social Security number? Sure it's a month? I thought it was the day they were born.
The month after, we get a bank account for them, so a month after.
That's a month after. When is your baby due?
July 26th.
We won't be here. But I'm glad to have it in summer and not have it in springtime. Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm like Clayton. I think it's first week. Not worried about what the bank does. I think we did it first week. I think the hospital issued for it. All right. What is the additional child? This credit for certain people who have at least one qualifying child for the tax year, who qualifies as your dependent. Additional child tax credit may give you a refund even if you don't owe any taxes. So it is refundable. A refundable credit is the best credit. You don't have to pay taxes in to get it. Be sure you figure the amount, if any, of your child tax credit and credits for other dependents. You have to do that. We've already done child tax credit. Do your dependents worksheet. You get child tax credit and you can get EIC. Now this 8862, your program on Wednesday night does this for you, don't it? It does it for you. And this thing don't have, now Clayton, remember that number, 8862. Now, I don't know if we have one here or not.
Look right before the import.
This was Emily Clark, 8879. That's e-file. All right. We're schedule 1, which is really just part of the 1040. And schedule 3 is your credits. Schedule 4 is other taxes like 1/2, like your Social Security tax. And itemized deductions are the same. Now that itemized deductions, let me point out one thing to you. Look at this line right here, Hillary, line 3, what does it say?
Well, on to about 7.5%.
Now, when we studied this in the fall, it normally is 7.5% for certain people born after a certain age or before a certain age, it was 10%. I believe under Trump's plan, it's always 7.5%, no matter what your age. Always. So I want to point that out since I saw it. All right. Now here we may have looked at this one the other day too, so I need you to look at that form. And it used to be an itemized deduction, but now it's a credit, and you got to put your children and your Social Security. I think the top is 3,000 and the top is 2 kids. The top is 6,000. Then you go to this table here. If you paid out 6,000 in child care and made it under 15,000, you got a problem. You just don't like your kids. You want somebody to babysit them for them, you pay them 6,000 or 7,000. You're not making much more than that. By the time you get ready and have gas, go to work, and have taxes withheld. You know what, Hillary? Some people, and I'm not down on them, they cannot stand to be with their kids full time. Therefore, they will work and hire a babysitter. My daughter gave up about an $80,000 a year job as a budget director for a hospital. Stay home with her two. And she paid out child care for maybe a year, but she gave up a good paying job. But she wanted to be with her kids. So Hillary, hopefully that's what you would do. You want to be with your kids.
I do want to be with my kids, but it takes 2 to pay bills anymore.
Well, there's another story. If you need the money, if one's not making enough, and if you can get a babysitter pretty cheap, or if you got a mommy or a mother-in-law or a sister who'll keep your baby pretty cheap.
Yeah.
So then you got that? Okay, that helps.
I've got all 3.
You got all 3, then you won't need this form. All right. The bottom line here, you look over that form. Now we're still looking for an 88 what? $88 what? Well, what's this 8812? See, it ran through, the computer ran through the earned income credit. You don't have to worry about me. But now, we're going to look at what Form 8862 is. This says 88, if I can go in the right direction, 12. Well, I'll tell you one thing, whew, that thing sure shows up your age spots. Huh?
It does.
It does. They're not as bad as this. This makes my hand look real bad. Anyhow, additional credit, all filers. Before I look at this one, I'd rather go through that 8862. It says 8862. I got 8863, which is education credits. All right, we haven't went through this, so I'm going to look at this one too. All right, Clayton, I'm going to ask you to print off about 5 of those 8862 before Clyde.
I just looked it up. It's a information to claim certain credits after disallowance.
It's what now?
Information to claim certain credits after disallowance.
Oh, I think that's for prior years. Now, if you were denied for a prior year, you can fill out 8862. We're not going to have that too often. We'll have this 8820. So let's look at 8820. All right, and then look at this education one. So this is the important one then, after all. You don't have to fill these out manual. Computer does it for you. Enter the amount from line 8 of your child tax credit or other than the worksheet. That's for line 12A. And I'm trying to get down. I'm not going through this whole amount because of form, because the computer does it for you. Let's multiply the amount on line 7. Let's say it was just 2,500. That's 15%. That's not helping me. All right, I wanted to find somewhere here that it's limited to $500 per child, but it's working it out for you. We just won't go through this form, okay? It wouldn't make sense unless I had other numbers to connect. All right, so the one I do want is right here. Now we have questions coming up. Hillary, we had a situation the other night. The mother and the son. All right, usually the mother's working, the son's in college, right? Mother takes education credits, right? But this was reversed. The son was working and the mommy was in college. And I believe it let us give him the education credits for his mom's tuition. But now we know it usually has to be a child. Okay, now, complete part 3 for each two. Enter the total amount from all part 3 line 30s. Enter 180,000 married following jointly. That's flat amount. If you made over that, you won't get much for credit. Enter the amount from 1040 line 7. That'll be your wages. Enter 10,000 married following jointly. It's going to take you down to, I want to tell you what it's going to take you to. It's going to take you right here. What you're going to do, non-refundable education credits. What means the non-refundable? If you owe an IRS $2,000 and your taxes was $2,000, it would probably pay that $2,000. Now, if you owe the IRS 0 and these education credits comes out to be $2,000, you don't get it back. It's only if you owe the IRS $2,000, it would cancel it out. So All right. So we're gonna get down here to line, enter smaller of line 10 or 10,000. All right, let's say 10,000. What's 20% of 10,000? Come up. Two's all you get. Two's it. Now, what if this line 10 had been 1,500? What if line 10 had been 1,500? What if line 10 had been 1,500?
It'd be the same thing.
What would you put on line 11?
2,000.
And it's smaller of line 10 or 10,000. What if line 10 had been 1,500?
Oh, you said 15.
All right, that's
Oh,
11.
15,000.
The smaller would be,
15,000.
all right, and then 20% of 1,500. The 300. 300. All right, 300. All right, that's what you would get. So in most cases, though, if you paid in Bluefield State $8,000, 20% of $8,000 is $1,600. That's a pretty good credit. Now they don't break it down here in when Bill Clinton was in office. He was a Democrat. He did a good thing. He wanted everybody to go at least 2 years to junior college. Hey, Bill. WOAY. That radio? Well, TV did make it last week.
Yeah, but there's more than one TV station. You're famous, Kurt.
Oh, okay.
We're nationwide, man.
I'll be here.
All right, I'll tell them to come on up. Don't you go anywhere now.
They'll be up about it.
How was it the other night?
Kind of hard for like this like a first time doing this after like the first part. It's not hard in general. Stress and this.
Where did they make it?
Room, it's like third. It's like right above the computer lab. Very first computer lab when you go up the steps.
When were you supposed to use them for this? Surprised me you get a lot of road people that live on the street.
I mean, yeah. I had a I don't say it's rude, but people think that it's scary. Don't really have any life, they didn't have any he was such a boring. He looked act like he's supposed to.
Okay, and all right, let's see. Anyway, you're going to get a max of $2,000. Area amount from line 7 of the credit limit, blah, blah, worksheet. It will give you $2,000 if you paid in taxes. All right. This additional child tax credit still don't save 500. Anyway, folks, that's what we are on education credits. Now, there's a page in your book. If you would look at it on education credits, I want to see what your little 1040 book says. I will look down. Education credits, 62 and 100. Now, there's also definition of expenses. Now, here's what I wanted to show you. It's been escaping me, but here it is. If you requirements to claim an education credit, enter on line 17C the amount, if any, from the 8863s. You may be able to increase the education credit, reduce your total taxes. That's what it's for. Now that 8863 is what I just showed you. Refundable American Opportunity Credit. Now that one says refundable. Raise 24 at the end of the year. Refundable Working Opportunity Credit. Line 7 by 40%. All right. Line 7, what I'm thinking amounts to, we get about $2,000. But on the other credit we were looking at, which is lifetime learning credit, you can get $2,500. Okay. Once again, please read. I'll keep this on return plate. Please read chapter 14. And we're going to scan 14 probably Thursday and finish it up. We've got to get into corporations, okay? Because this is business taxes. So we got in an hour today. We'll call it a day. And Hillary, you want to take a cost accounting test? Okay. So we will dismiss class now then, because Hillary's got a ways to go.